Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tori. I am the creator and owner of Clearing the Air Tarot, and I'm here to do a general message for the general collective for Tarot Tuesday. Guys, before I get started with the actual reading, I wanted to share some information. As I was getting ready to meditate, something just told me, like, look up everything that you can about the Mercury retrograde, what retrogrades are. And then because the retrograde is in the house of Scorpio, I was kind of called to look up the house of Scorpio, which is the eighth house, and what everything represents. So, what you guys may or may not know, there's 12 signs in the zodiac. Scorpio happens to be the eighth. Therefore, it is the eighth house. And each house of the zodiac, each zodiac sign is representative of some aspect of our lives. So, but before I get started, I just want to let you guys know that tomorrow I'll start today's Monday, but tomorrow I will start the Tarot Tuesday deals as usual. So you'll see that today. First four people that get booked with me will get their reading for free. Everybody else, you'll get 10% off of all the services that I offer. And for those of you who are far away, I do video recordings now. That is an option, so I can do a pre-recorded video and send it to you privately. And I mean, or I can do FaceTime if you have an iPhone. I have an iPhone, guys. I'm sorry for all my Android people. That's what I have right now. So all of that information is going to be available. You'll see me post it. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. That's where I post all of the information for the Tarot Tuesday deals. So, guys, I kind of went ahead and did research for you so you didn't have to do it. So we're going to go ahead to get started. I'm not sure why I was called to do it, but everything happens for a reason. So first of all, let's get started with, the planet Mercury. So some of the key words to keep in mind for Mercury is mind, communication, intellect, reason, language, and intelligence. The sign of Mercury governs all of these things. If you want to attach it to something, think of Greek mythology. Hermes would be the god of mythology that you would look at for this. Mercury also rules over the sign of Gemini and Virgo. Some of the negative aspects of us, somebody, is being indecisive, being critical, really nervous or anxious energy. And it's all about Mercury and our Mercury signs. Is why it's really important to know your birth chart so that you know what sign your Mercury is in. It dictates a lot of different things. So firstly, because Mercury moves faster than all the other planets, the impact that it has on our lives is very short term. And that includes retrogrades. So guys, this retrograde only impacts us just for a little bit. It's short term, but it's important to teach us the lessons or reteach us lessons that we didn't quite get the first time. So your Mercury is all about how you communicate. It's how you express yourself. It's your first impression. It's what others get their first impression of you from. And it's also about how you process information and ideas. It brings also Mercury is about bringing your thoughts into the physical realm. So the card of the magician, right? The magician is the tarot card that you would associate with Mercury and Gemini or Virgo. Most people read it as Gemini though, or Aries, but manifesting your thoughts from your mind into the physical realm is what Mercury is all about. That's why when you hear people say, be mindful of your thoughts during the Mercury retrograde, you can literally speak your thoughts into existence even more so. For my crystal junkies like myself, I did look up a couple of crystals that might help you during this time. So agate. So just to give you an example, I have a dyed agate here, meaning it's been literally dyed and colored. Agate is basically good for balance and good judgment. You can also get some amber that enhances flow of thought and as well as your memory. Or you can use jasper. This is red jasper, but that's good for safe travel and protection. And then I don't believe I have an aventurine stone here with me, do I? Oh, I do, right here. It's like a green kind of stone. Sometimes I've seen lighter green before, but this is the one that I have. It's a deep shade of like an olive green. But aventurine is good for leadership and commerce skills. So that's the planet Mercury in a nutshell. So retrogrades, what the hell is that? The word retrograde literally means being directed backwards or reverting to an earlier or inferior condition. So the Latin breakdown of that, retrogradus. So gradus means step and gradi means to walk. So we're literally being directed or walking backwards or moving backwards to an earlier or inferior condition. And this could be of our spirits and ourselves. And the worst, think of the worst time that you've ever felt like you weren't yourself, like you were the worst part of yourself. This is why retrogrades are really important. So not only is the planet being directed backward, but we in our soul journeys are, especially if there's something that we've missed in our healing journey. I saw something earlier on Facebook that said something to the effect of time, be careful of the phrase time heals all wounds, because it doesn't. Time itself just continues on and on. If you don't actually deal with your issues, if you don't actually deal with your darkest parts of yourself, so your anger, your jealousy, your obsessiveness, your control issues, if you don't deal with that, if you don't deal with the things that have happened to you in the past that have caused you so much pain, that those wounds just fester over time, but you just bury them. Time just gives you the opportunity to bury those issues without actually dealing with it. Retrogrades will make you go back and literally deal with everything that you thought that you were past, that you thought that you were beyond, that you thought you were over. It's not always a bad thing. So I wrote it down here. We are being directed backwards to an inferior condition of the mind to correct and heal that which was pushed aside or buried over time. Retrogrades aren't a bad thing, you guys. If we didn't have retrogrades, we wouldn't basically get called out on our shit. Excuse my French, but that is what it is. We're literally being called to deal with the things that we've pushed down and we've buried so deep for so long that we thought we were over, because there's a step that we missed in our healing process. There's some things that we just didn't comprehend the first time around that we're being called again to deal with it a second time and a third time and a fourth time, however many retrogrades it's going to take you to get to deal with it. So the other part that I don't want to leave out is that the retrograde is in Scorpio. So now we're going to look at the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio is a water sign. Water rules emotions. Its ruling planet is Pluto. And if you want to tie this to Greek mythology, Pluto translates over to Hades. So Scorpio is the ruling planet of life, death, resurrection, transformation, healing, and shadow energy. It's intense energy and it's intense emotions. So Scorpio is about exploring the spiritual and emotional unknown. The other thing about this is it's a fixed sign, meaning it solidifies our goals and foundations, all fixed signs. So Scorpio is one of the fixed signs. Taurus is another. I'm going to have to look up the other signs, but the fixed signs they're very solid and they're stable. So Scorpio is helping us to fix our foundations. It's like I said earlier, it rules the 8th house. So it's about birth, death, sex, transformation, and merged energies. In the physical, it's about other people's property, OPP, money, inheritance, investments. It is both physical and spiritual. How I view Scorpio is that it's that middle ground of the veil between life and death, between like I said, physical and spiritual, that middle part right in between. The best way I can describe it is the high priestess. I would pull the cards out, but I'm not going to just for the sake of time. But the high priestess is a great example of that. She literally sits between the veil and that in between space between life and death. So with this retrograde in Scorpio, we are being walked back through soul level change. This stuff is heavy. It's deep. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have gone through some really intense experiences already. I know a couple of my close friends and even myself have already. It's not an easy journey, but it's necessary. So I say all that to say, this month might be a little challenging. These next few weeks are definitely going to be probably a little bit challenging. I've seen it in my readings, but a lot of this for you guys, for the signs that I've done so far, and the only signs that I have left to do are the air signs, is transforming. There's going to be some stuff to shake up your foundation, to solidify it. And that's why Scorpio is here. So we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to put these back. We're going to get some information from the Moonology Oracle cards. And then we're going to move ahead into the Radiant Rider-Waite. I am going to pull a couple of Oracle cards just for the sake of those of you who want to know more about how this is going to affect your love and your relationships. So this is pretty much a Mercury retrograde reading for all of you. But some of us have already gotten the messages that we needed. But more can't hurt, right? So we want to look at Spirit's best advice for all of us for this retrograde that's about to begin. And then we're going to pull a general crystal mandala oracle about where we should focus our healing. So what is happening for the general collective during this retrograde season? What is happening? Several things. So I'm not going to put this. Oh, actually, I'm going to take it. Okay. I wasn't originally going to take all three, but I am. And then I'm going to put them away. So there's several things. It looks like we're getting one of each. One for your spirit, one for love. So for those of you who are asking about love, it's here. And then another for about the physical. So let's look at the South Node. Don't let the past hold you back. I believe I pulled this already before. Not in the last Tarot Tuesday message, but maybe the one before that, for the one I did for all zodiac signs. So we're going to take a look. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you are going through or whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating and even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels safe, easier and safer. Like I said, guys, with Scorpio coming up, with the retrograde in Scorpio right now, we're being called to look at what's happening in our past or what's happened in our past to change that pattern of thinking and to change that behavior. Mercury is about thoughts. You want to be mindful of your thoughts because whatever you think, it's going to manifest itself in the physical. You can't continue on like this anymore. You can't let the past hold you back from moving into a brighter future. All right, so we also got the new moon in Libra, which we just had like September 29th or September 30th. So a new romantic cycle begins. I'll show that to you guys real quick. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. And anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Be open. One of the things that's in here says feel more and think less. I'm not going to continue on about that card. Any information that's been withheld from you guys, I think it's going to come to light right around this time. I just have the feeling that somebody's holding something back. So some things, the retrogrades are good for this. Some things are definitely coming through. So the last one is the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount it, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is looking at all of our past, reevaluating everything that we ever thought that we wanted. And that's what the retrograde is about. So I'm going to get some general messages for you guys. This is my favorite deck to use. You know what? I'm actually going to clarify too with the after tarot, just for shits and giggles. If you guys want something a little bit more specific to your situation, you're not going to get it in this general reading. The only way you're going to get that is by booking a personal reading, and I am available to personal reading. Like I said, it's Tarot Tuesday, so first 4 people to book with me actually get the free 99 personalized video reading. My videos are usually about 30 minutes long, so it'll be about 30 to 40 minutes. Everybody else, you get 10% off if you book on Tuesday. It doesn't have to be that you do your reading on Tuesday. Just as long as you book, you guys will still get the special. But you got to book before 11:59 p.m. Tuesday night. All right, you guys. I'm wrapped up in my blanket, so I'm a little restricted. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have for the general collective for this Mercury retrograde? Woo, several things. All right, so the first one that came out is the Queen of Wands, excuse me. This is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy, fire sign energy. Then we also have the King of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. These could be individuals in your life, or this could represent you. There's a battle of the feminine and the masculine energies right now. Each are going through their own individual things. But the Queen of Wands is somebody who's about action. She's very passionate. She's the sexy girl. You know what I mean? Like, she's very comfortable in her sexuality. So some of you are going to need to go ahead and just, you got to buckle down and put your big girl, big boy panties on, whatever the case may be, and get something done. And with the King of Swords here, you see that butterfly right at the top of his head? Some of you guys are transcending into a completely different person. You're being clear. You're being concise. Remember, I said something. Remember, Mercury is about, and in the sign of Gemini as well. It's about clear communication. The swords are about communication. Don't be blunt. Don't be rude, but use your wisdom and be discerning. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the general collective about this Mercury retrograde? Okay, so you have the Four of Wands. This is about stability. Fours are all about stability. Family, foundation. And then you also have the Five of Swords. This is about defeat or victory, depending on how you look at this. More fire and air sign energy. And then what else came out? Wow, we have the Sun in reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. And then we also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. This foundation or stability or whatever it is that you thought was going to bring you that ultimate happiness, that's changing. Some of you guys are really feeling defeated. And with the Sun in reverse here, it's like you feel like there is no hope. In the low vibration, this can be about ego. There could be a conflict or there could be an end to a conflict. A lot of you guys could be feeling vulnerable with the Seven of Wands, in reverse. And with the Three of Wands in reverse, it's like everything that you thought that was going to go your way, it's like your world just turned upside down. With the Five of Swords underneath the Queen of Wands, somebody just lost this battle. Because the Queen of Wands in her low vibration is somebody that can be very petty, very jealous, very vindictive, very manipulative. There could have been a conflict with this person. It doesn't have to be a female. It could be a male. I'm getting this, the word cocky comes to mind. Like lacking confidence. Like, no, I'm sorry, not having, like, instead of being confident, which is positive, it's like you're being extremely arrogant or somebody is being extremely arrogant. And with this King of Swords, what's being challenged right now for some of you is that you're finding that you're not happy or that you're not getting this happiness. And so your challenge is to think differently about your situation. What you thought was going to make you happy in the past may not be what's going to make you happy now because you're a completely different person than who you used to be. And you're consistently evolving and you're growing. All right, we're going to go ahead and get some clarifiers. So what I want to do, Spirit, why is the Queen of Wands here? Why is the Queen of Wands here? Whoa. Another 4. And the Page of Pentacles. Somebody just rejected an offer of some kind. Or is being extremely stubborn about something. Like there's an opportunity or somebody's trying to offer this cup to you, whether it be about love or a new job. And some of you are just not seeing it. Some of you are seeing whatever this opportunity or whatever this is. You're seeing this opportunity as beneath you. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like, nope. Like, I don't want this. This is crap. But you may want to take that. Because even though it may not look appealing, that could be the thing that you need. Why is the King of Swords here? Why is the King of Swords here? Oh. We got the Queen of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. Most people read this as Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles, in her high vibration, she is fertility. She is somebody who's stable in her emotions, in her resources. This is somebody that knows their worth, that has her stuff together, so to speak. Somebody either wants somebody that embodies this Queen of Pentacles, or this Queen of Pentacles has affected somebody that embodies this King of Swords somehow. Like, she's the ideal wife. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Ace of Swords. So this could be some kind of truth coming out, but this is communication. This could be a communication of a new beginning. I'm getting more of the sense that this is the communication of a truth coming to light that's affecting somebody's foundation. So this could be a marriage or some kind of committed relationship between these two people that's being affected. And maybe this Queen of Wands is involved in some way. Maybe somebody is trying to pacify whoever embodies this Queen of Wands, trying to pacify her with something small or some type of gift, or some type of like, oh, you can have this right now. And the Queen of Wands is just like, no, absolutely not. That's not what I want. I'm more deserving of this. Spirit, why is the Four of Wands here? Three of Cups. So, okay. Usually this is my third party situation, and y'all know what the hell I'm talking about when I say third party situation. And this can also be about gossip as well. It could also be in a type of higher vibrations about celebrating with friends. Sometimes overindulging. There was a solid and stable foundation. And at one point, it did bring you happiness. It was kind of like a party all the time. But something has happened to kind of make you realize that this isn't what's going to make you happy in the long run. Spirit, why is the Five of Swords here? That's why I'm getting the feeling of defeat. Or somebody is trying to get the upper hand on some kind of situation. Why is the Five of Swords here? The Hierophant, it's another 5. There's some changes that are moving through the air, you guys. The Hierophant is representative of Taurus. This is about traditions, marriage. The Hierophant can also be somebody in your life, somebody that you know that is extremely or very religious, as a religious leader or spiritual leader. There are some traditions that are being challenged. Like we mentioned before, there's old ways of thinking that may not serve you anymore. And remember I said earlier that the swords are about thoughts? Your thoughts are going to put you in one of 3 of these places. And 2 out of the 3 don't look so good. Your thoughts are going to eventually catch up with you, which is what the retrograde is all about. Where our traditions are being challenged heavily. Why is the sun in the reverse? Why is the sun in the reverse? Why is the sun? Whoop. What is this? We have the 9 of Pentacles and we have the 9 of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment and wishes coming true. Then we have the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. Sorry, guys, I have a bit of a cough today. Goodness. What I'm getting from this is what you thought was going to make you happy ended up being the opposite. So far, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So there's some type of soulmate energy going on potentially. But this King of Pentacles is the Hierophant, very responsible. He's very resourceful. He's loyal. This is a family man. This is somebody who is in a stable or committed relationship. This is like the ideal husband or spouse or whatever. And some of you are coming to realize that the truth about people is that they're people. And so what you thought was going to make you happy isn't. Some of you are even questioning your happiness. You're questioning what your wish fulfillment is going to be. And then so instead of acting out on your wish, you're being challenged to reevaluate what you think is going to make you happy. Is it for selfishness or selfish reasons? Or is it actually going to, or is what you want beneficial to other people in any way? Why is the 3 of Wands in the reverse? Some of you aren't speaking your truth either about what makes you happy. Somebody can't get on the same page because we have the 3 of Pentacles and we also have another 5. We have the 5 of Wands, which is definitely about conflict and drama and not being on the same page. Your mind is scattered. Plans not moving forward. Which is why the 3 of Wands is in the reverse. And with the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups, this could, if it's about a love situation, could potentially be third party. But somebody's getting ready to speak their piece. Definitely got 5s here. 5 of Wands. You got the 5 of Swords. And then you have the Hierophant. That's another 5. So there's major changes in movement that's getting ready to happen or that needs to happen. Why is this 7 of Wands here? Wow. And I just spoke about this earlier. This is the High Priestess. As you remember, I said she is the key to what lies beyond the veil. This is using your intuition. You're being challenged to let down your guard a little bit here. You can only hold on to your lower self, your old self for so long. You can't you can't bring the dead back to life. You can only be reborn. That's what I'm getting. With the 7 of Wands in the reverse, and yes, I'm cheating. I'm looking this up because there's something I'm missing with this. Yeah, that's exactly it. Let down your guard, and it says having your way, smooth sailing and getting away with your plan. So when you start addressing both your light and your dark side, when you start using your intuition, you're in a very balanced place when you start your healing process and when you continue that healing process. Once you get into that balanced place, then you'll start to see things kind of even out. You'll start to see things, going a lot smoother for you. So that you can get this wish fulfillment, so that you can put an end to this drama and actually get to, working on whatever plans it is that you have, so that you can work on building a happier foundation for your family, for yourself, or whoever, whatever this is about. Some of you really need to open up to new opportunities, because you could be blocking your own blessing. You could be closing yourself off from this just because it doesn't look appealing to you, or you're too focused on what you don't have, or what you already have, that you're like, it's never coming, it's not coming, it's not coming. But you got your eyes closed and your arms folded. Excuse me. If you woke up to where you're at right now, you'd see that the opportunity is already there. Spirit, why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? I did not mean to pull out this many cards already. The Magician. Remember that I said, whatever you manifest in your thoughts will translate into the physical realm. So if you think you're defeated, you will be. As above, so below. It's time to make some changes to your thought process. It's time to question some of your traditions and your beliefs. How you usually do things. It's time to really analyze and think about how is this hurting you rather than helping you? And can you move forward into the future with that? Spirit, why is the Three of Cups here for the Four of Wands? Several messages. So this is about, this is a Ten of Cups. This is ultimate wish fulfillment, happy ending, family, love. Everything that you guys want. And you want it in your hearts of hearts, excuse me. Look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Abundance, family, marriage, foundation. And it's being challenged. Some of you guys are going through a hard time in your relationships right now. That's why we have the Five of Wands with the Three of Pentacles under here. You're finding it hard to get back on that same page. Like, when is this ever going to progress? When is this ever going to move forward? When am I ever going to get this? Some of you guys are, when you open up to what you have. When you stop being so closed-minded about this. There's definitely some truth coming out here, though. Something being revealed. Something that's going to make you question what your idea of happiness really is. And once you have that idea in your mind, then you'll be able to move forward. Once you get clarity, but there's some major changes happening. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pull the After Tarot to see what it is that we need to be prepared for. Wow, I cut the deck and look what's there. The Hierophant. And the Ace, Jesus, and the Ace of Swords. So some of you have already, you guys are going to get this, some type of communication. We're looking at what we need to be prepared for the rest of the retrograde. Oop. Oh, dropping all the cards. Jesus. Help me. All right. What do we need to be prepared for the rest of the retrograde? Wow. King of Swords. So the King of Swords is definitely getting some type of truth either from this Queen of Pentacles or he's giving truth to this Queen of Pentacles. Whatever the case may be, you see there's a hawk here on his arm. It's not carrying a message, but it does represent something. So look at things from a bird's eye view. Because chances are whatever you think is best for yourself, it's not. When you start considering what the divine sees for your life, and we all have free will, but if you look at what the divine sees is for your best and your highest good, that's when you know. And you see there's a crown here with another sword. He's put down his sword. Some of you guys used to be or are used to being confrontational, and you're going to put that down. Like, you're going to be a completely different person because you see things from a different perspective than how you used to. What else do we need to be prepared for? What's coming up? Somebody is getting some type of message or some type of truth from afar. What else do we need to be prepared for the upcoming retrograde? You're going to have to work if you want to see the results. 8 of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But some of you are finally going to see that hard work paying off. You're going to see how far you've come, how much you've changed. It's going to look damn good, I heard. All right. What else do we need to be prepared for? You're going to have to work to get there, though. The Tower. So some of you guys have already gone through a situation that's just completely rocked your shit. Excuse me. I do cuss on here sometimes. If that offends you, This tower has already fallen, though, so something has already happened. Or something is about to happen. Prepare for the... expect the worst and hope for the best. Scorpionic energy. Something's challenging your beliefs. Challenging everything that you've worked so hard for. Or that you think you worked hard for. Could be working on the wrong things. What else do we need to be prepared for? For the Mercury Retrograde. What else do we need to be prepared for the Mercury Retrograde? Mara says something's coming to shake up your foundation. Some of you guys are holding on too tightly to old ways, old things, old thinking. Holding too tightly onto resources, but life is coming. Life is just going to happen. This death and this rebirth, this spiritual death and this rebirth, it's going to happen. You need to let go of control. Because otherwise you're going to make this a lot harder for yourself than it needs to be. And also, all your fears, your anxieties, your worries, you need to let that go. You see someone's coming to help her to cut her loose. If you know a friend is struggling, assist them. But you need to get out of your head. Do whatever it is that you need to do. And then the Nine of Wands. A lot of you have been through a lot of stuff. A lot of shit in the past. It's time to let that go. It's time to move forward. You are not the only person who's gone through the worst of the worst. And you need to get your mind out of that type of thinking. We have all gone through some really hard stuff before. And it's going to be okay. You guys, look what we have at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles. That stability has been built. And now you're able to, afterwards, I have a feeling this will be after the retrograde. This is a closing out of a cycle. No more feeling of lack. Now you'll have enough to give back. If this is about finances. But also, if you see if the little boy is you see the little boy there is holding it. Technically, that's an ace of pentacles. Page of pentacles. There's a new beginning right around the corner. We're going to get some clarifiers for each of these too. Why is the King of Swords here again? Why is the King of Swords here again? So we got the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. Another 10, so another ending to a cycle. And then the Knight of Cups. They both came out in the reverse. And you see the Knight of Cups is drinking from his own cup. He's not even moving forward. So whatever is going on with this King of Swords has been put to an end. He's not giving out love to anybody. He's drinking from his own cup. And maybe that's what some of you guys need to do. Some of you may have fallen into misfortune. And that's okay, because the wheel's going to keep turning. Some people are only supposed to be in your life for a season. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Oh my God. 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 I don't want to take everything. Again, guys, we got the Queen of Wands. We got the Queen of Wands again. And the Page of Pentacles again. But instead of getting the Four of Cups, we got the Five of Pentacles, which is being left out in the cold. Feeling hopeless. Feeling lack. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Because I see this playing out quite well. Whoever this Queen of Wands is that's rejecting this. She's going to feel left out in the cold. You or this Queen of Wands is going to feel left out in the cold because you've rejected something that this person has had to offer. Like that offer is going to go to somebody else. And you may work and work and work your butt off. But that's what I see. Somebody else, I'm also getting that somebody else is going to come in and work even harder. And offer whatever this Page of Pentacles has to somebody else. And then it's going to be like, wow, I regret that. I'm missing out on an opportunity. And another 5, there's going to be some changes. Some significant changes are surrounding this reading. Spirit, why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower? Ooh, that one came flying out. Wow. I can't make this up. 5 of Swords. This is defeat turned into victory. Some of you may have thought that with this Tower moment, that was going to be it. But it's going to help you. You're going to overcome this difficulty, whatever this is. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? Wow, you guys. They're all coming out now. The King of Pentacles. Holding on too tightly traditions. It's time to let it go. For some of you, this... Especially since we got the King of Pentacles with the 9 of Cups earlier about this wish fulfillment and what you thought was going to be your happiness. I'm also hearing taming the bull. Like, but you see, he's very calm. He's controlling the bull without being controlling. being stable no matter what life throws at you, you're going to have that abundance. Let go of that feeling of lack so that you can receive that abundance. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here? Wow. Two of Cups. This is the soulmate card. This is coming together. Come together to help your loved ones to get out of this mindset. A partnership is necessary. It's okay to ask for help. But get out of your mind. If this is about a love situation, get out of your mind about this relationship, because everything's going to be okay. Be open to giving love as much as you are open to receiving it. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Woo! There's several cards that just fell out. So one of them is the Fool. You see, even though he's hanging off the cliff, he's stopping to smell the roses. Live in the moment. The Fool is the new beginning. It's time to move on. The Knight of Wands, fire sign energy. I should say the Fool is also Aries energy again. Sometimes the Knight of Wands could be Casanova energy. If you guys have been heartbroken before, like, let it go. That person's not going to change. Move on from the past. And look at this again. The Four of Wands again. Happiness, stability is on the other side. The minute you let go of the fears and the illusions that they're not going to be. This is the Moon, sign of Cancer. The Mercury Retrograde is calling us to address all of our fears, our deepest, darkest parts of ourselves. It's time for you to live in the moment. Because right on the other side of dealing with these fears is that new beginning. It's that happiness. It's moving forward towards your passion, whatever it is that you love, whatever it is that you want. But we need to go through the dark and the heavy stuff first to get to the lighter points. It's necessary. It's tough, but it's necessary. Why is the High Priestess here? I'm going back to the Radiant Rider-Waite for the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? Whoa. Wow, okay. Queen of Cups, sign of Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. The Queen of Cups is somebody that's stable in her emotions. She has her cup, she has it out there, but you see it's closed. And you also have the Nine of Pentacles. This is stability, this is abundance, this is independence, inheritance. When you begin to balance your emotions, when you begin to let go and heal and work on yourself, you'll start to see that manifest itself into the physical. Everything you thought that you could never have, you'll have it. But you gotta let go. Jesus. And at the bottom of the deck, look at that. Five of Wands. It's in the reverse. Some of you guys are really holding on to that. Fighting whatever it is. You're fighting it. You need to stop fighting it. And just let it do its thing. Some of you, a conflict has ended. We had a lot of cards of change out here already. A lot of cards of change. Trying to see if I see anything else. Twos are about balance. So somebody could be coming in to bring balance to your mind. You may need to open up to somebody to bring balance back to your mind. Traditions being challenged. Make your own traditions. Change your own mind. Trying to see if I see any more messages here, guys. A lot of the same cards came out, so the theme is still the same. If you try to do things your own way, that offer that you're going to receive is going to go to somebody else, and then you're going to be feeling regretful about it, like you missed out. Keep your eyes open for every opportunity possible. Because the opportunity that you want may not come to you. But the opportunity that you need, that's the one that you're going to have to keep your mind open for. All right. We're going to go right into the Crystal Mandala Oracle so that we know where we need to focus our healing. Where do we need to focus our healing? Where do we need to focus our healing, Spirit? For the general collective, where do we need to focus our healing during this retrograde period? These cards are huge. Again, if you want to get more specifics into your situation, go ahead and book a personal private reading with me. I'm going to put that back because that just came out all super silly. All right, where do we need to focus our healing? Woo! We got the Goddess Bastet and Cat's Eye, Sacred Pleasure. I'm going to read directly from the book because I do not deviate from this book. The messages in here are so powerful. I don't want anybody to miss anything. So please be patient with me. All right. We bring you the empowerment of sacred pleasure. It is said that the spirit had to be enticed into the body to give up its complete freedom and willingly take on an experience of limitation that could lead to divine growth. It needed the deal to be sweetened. So music was created, music that could only be felt and expressed through the body. Spirit jumped in like a flash and life was created. There is more life than can be created in you, that can be created in you and your world. Although there are undoubtedly struggles as a natural part of opening up to more life, there is divine sweetness too. That is the gift of sacred pleasure. This is the pleasure that gives you joy in your aliveness. It is innocent, sensual, and life-affirming. It is time for you to receive more of this. The oracle says it's time to put a little sugar in your bowl. Pleasure and pain are part of the dance of life. You can enjoy pleasure without fearing you'll become addicted to it and no longer be able to bear your pain. In fact, knowing you have access to genuine, natural pleasure can be a way to manage pain more effectively. It might seem strange, but there can be an addiction to pain just as much as an addiction to pleasure. Perhaps even more so considering the state of most people's lives these days. Pain has a rightful place in life too, but pleasure does too. For many people, there is actually pain that arises when they first learn how to feel genuine pleasure. Confusion, shame, guilt, and fear of being lazy can enter the mind and cause tension in the body, making it difficult to let go and be in an experience of enjoyment. Pleasure is a form of release. It is about surrender and letting go into the moment. I'm just going to throw that up there for a second. Surrendering to the moment. Okay. When there is yearning for pleasure, whether it be the healthy, conscious expression of playfulness or the addictive craving for an artificial high, the deeper part of you is letting you know you've wound yourself up too tight. You are trying to control yourself rather than learn to identify and meet your needs in a healthy way. The stronger and more destructive the yearning for pleasure becomes, because while healthy pleasures creates energy, addictive pleasure depletes your life force and free will. The more you know your being is reacting against a degree of control you are trying to impose on yourself. You may then try to control yourself more in an effort to overcome the yearning for pleasure, but it's just going to inflame the inner battle further. The way most addictive personalities release the inner tension of this battle is to then go to the other extreme by acting out of control in a destructive manner. Then there is shame, judgment, and recrimination, and the whole cycle starts again. This is exhausting to the body and the mind. The way to shift out of the inner battle for and against your own pleasure is to begin by releasing the difference between control and loving, firm holding. Control is an attempt at suppression and denial based on fear and lack of acceptance. Loving, firm holding provides a sense of safe and healthy discipline, but it does not repress any need or desire. It accepts and acknowledges all needs and then chooses the most loving way to meet them with consciousness and presence. It is free from shame, self-judgment, guilt, and self-hatred. It is based on self-respect and loving the body and mind enough to care for them rather than try to control and dominate them from a fearful place. As you shift from control to loving, firm holding of yourself, you become able to accept pleasure into your life in many more ways. You feel more open and responsive to life and its sensual beauty, and your body and mind can be nourished out of a pain-based way of living into a lifestyle that allows for more sacred pleasure. The joy this creates can sustain and strengthen you for the times when there is pain you need to move through in order to grow. Rather than pain being your everyday experience, it then becomes a phenomenon that comes into your life and then moves on once the purpose of it, your healing and growth, has been fulfilled. Kind of like the retrograde, guys. This oracle comes to you with healing guidance. The universal mother knows you have suffered and wants to sweeten your deal. If you allow her, she will assist you in purging the self-loathing that has placed you in a painful bind of fear-based control. She will help you love yourself so you can experience the sacred pleasure your life is meant to bring to you. If you have already done this work on yourself and find that bringing sacred pleasure to others through your loving consciousness is a part of your life's mission and soul purpose, the oracle brings you confirmation of this. There is value in teaching strength, and there is value in providing a safe way for others to experience the sacredness of pleasure as an act of loving life. There you have it, guys. I don't have to explain it anymore. We are being called to let go so we can really start to enjoy life as it should be. Like I said before, if you want to get more specific details into your own personal situation, go ahead and follow the link below to my website to book a personal reading with me. As long as you book it by 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, you guys will get 10% off of any reading that you want. If the first 4 people book with me, you guys will get a free video recorded reading that I send to you privately. But you have to go to the website and fill out the information first. Oops, excuse me. Hitting the camera over here, guys. I apologize for that. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Again, if you want to know the next time I'm posting videos or videos for your sign, please go ahead and hit the notification bell. If you enjoyed this message, if this message really resonated with you, please hit the like button and also subscribe so that you guys know the next time I will be posting. That's how you'll get the notifications. Oh my gosh, you guys, almost forgot. I'll pull a love oracle for you too. Completely forgot. Excuse me. So rude. Also, if you would like a love reading, I can do those as well. You just have to be specific when you put your questions in the request form on my website, and I can pull a love reading for you. So we're going to look at what the focus is for love and relationships during the retrograde. What's our focus in our relationships during the retrograde? What's our challenge? Ooh. What's our challenge? Oop. Oh my God. A lot of different things. What is our challenge? What is our challenge in our relationships during the retrograde? What is our challenge? What is our challenge? Now they don't want to come up. What is our challenge? Okay, there we go. We got 2 things in the challenge position. And then, last but not least, what's the focus point of our healing in our relationship? What's going to help us heal? Oh! Ooh. Oh, I have a feeling this came out. So here we go. Couple things. So I think this needs to go here, and this needs to go here in challenge. All right, so what's our focus? Coffee cup. What? So what this is, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Savor the moment with your loved one. Or if you don't have a loved one, savor all of your friendships. Meet up with somebody, literally have a cup of coffee and have a conversation. It's the greatest thing. So what's being challenged? Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Karmic relationships. Some of us are ending karmic relationships. Or we're revisiting these lessons during the retrograde. You're going to have to let go. Excuse me. Definitely going to be feeling some triggers. There might be some things that are unsaid that you want to say or that you feel like they need to be said. And they probably don't. Let it go. And then on the other side, we have abundance and the butterfly. This could also be a challenge. So this is the challenge for you, actually. So I take back what I said. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. That's the challenge. And then the other challenge is a relationship evolving into the next phase. Healing the inner child is definitely the challenge and growth. Change your mindset and heal the inner child. Let go and start loving you. That's on the other side of that. I don't think I need to say anything else. All right, guys, one more time. Thank you so much for watching my channel. And again, if you guys want a personal reading, you are welcome to book. It is Tarot Tuesday, so go ahead and book now so that you can get those deals, save a little bit of extra coin. I hope these messages help you. I hope you carry them in your heart throughout the month of November. And I wish you guys all the best. We can get through this retrograde together. Remember, there's a whole community of us out here going through the same thing, guys. So don't forget, you can lean on the person to your left and to your right. As always, thank you guys so much. I'll see you again soon.